Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. At these days on Twitter, on Discord, or everywhere, people are talking when will be the best time to enter the market again. Because hopefully most of the people are sitting on their hands. Right now, crypto is punishing, let's say, the FOMO or punishing the too aggressive buy the dip principles. And in this video today, we will talk about what I think or when I think we should start DCAing or accumulating, when we should start to put some money back into the market. Because right now, it could be the dip, but we can also go further down. If we check the Bitcoin price right now, it is at 20,591. And believe me, all I'm doing is some low-key trading. I'm just testing the waters. Let's see how it works. And as it stands right now, it's not working out too well. Both of my trades are in minus. Obviously, I scream money. I don't really care about that. It's just for test. Now, the 20,000 is the peak of the previous all-time high, which could be an indication of a bottom. But as I said in my previous video, I did not expect Bitcoin to reach the 20,000 this fast. I was thinking that maybe we will go back to the 25, we will spend there a couple of weeks, maybe it will just go down to the 20, dip into the 18, comes back to the 20, and we will just spend a couple of weeks and months around the $20,000, and that would be an indication that, or one of the indications, that we reached the bottom. However, Bitcoin just went down, dipped down to the 20k. Therefore, I was thinking that maybe we should consider some other indicators as well. Before I dive into that, let's just check Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is at $1,775, obviously already below the previous all-time high, and I mean the previous bull run's all-time high, and that is partly because of Celsius, partly because the ETh was dumped on the market, and certain companies started to sell off Ethereum to, let's say, cover their collaterals. It doesn't matter, I'm not gonna enter into that too much, but Ethereum took a very big hit, and that is why we are seeing these low prices. Otherwise, I think that the realistic price for Ethereum would be around 1,500. It would be somewhere here. Now, I don't think that it will return there. I think it will further drop down with Bitcoin, and that could mean that we will see Ethereum at 500 or maybe at $400. If that will be the bottom. We don't know, obviously. It can go down back to the 100. I have no idea, and no one has. All the people who are saying that they know where is the dip, they don't. I will just touch on elrond because I'm quite happy to see that elrond is back above the 50. Obviously, it's not the best. It is in minus 90% if we compare it to the 500 all-time high. However, all the other altcoins have kind of the same percentage from their all-time high to today's prices. Now, this is obviously because many people bought up the dip and staked elrond. You can see on elrond growth that 56% of all the elrond of the circulating supply is staked. Therefore, the community is still strong. The community is supporting the project, the team, as the team is also taking care of any miscellaneous activities, as you could see in the recent times. Now, what I was talking about is the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin dominance. That is what I'm looking at right now. The reason I'm looking at Ethereum, it's because it's the oldest altcoin. Therefore, we will know from Ethereum's behavior what we can expect from the other altcoins. Bitcoin's price is obviously very much correlated with Bitcoin's dominance. If somebody doesn't know what is Bitcoin's dominance, it means how much percentage of the total amount of money in crypto is in Bitcoin. And as you can see, usually when Bitcoin's price go up, it is because the dominance is also going up. People are putting money in Bitcoin, and when the dominance starts to fall before the price, it means that the altcoins will have a short rally, let's say, because it's just a matter of time until the dominance will also brings down the price, and the price of Bitcoin will bring down the altcoins prices as well. Now, as you can see, this is the 2017 bull run, and this is the 2021, whatever we want to call it. If you compare this with this is a much longer bull run than this one, and I wasn't expecting, as nobody else was expecting, this bull run to hold for this long time. What happened after the crash, and where are we right now? One more side on which I wanted to add, I was thinking that this will be the peak and from here we will just go down. However, everything was very fast, and that's why probably we revisited another all-time high. But if you can just watch the volume down here, you can see that it's much lower than the volume before the first all-time high. It says that new money didn't flow in, and it was mostly the hype which drove the Bitcoin's price to the 70,000 from the 30 something. I think it was 30. Yeah, it was 30. Now what you can also see here is that when this big crash happened, Bitcoin's dominance shoot up from 37% to 50%, and that is a lot of money which just flew from altcoins back into Bitcoin. And that's why you can see some relief rallies here. These are the hopes maybe of the traders that we are back in a bull run. Obviously it wasn't, because everybody who bought Bitcoin here, they also took profits here. So when the price started to grow, when the bottom happened, the actual bottom, well, we could say a bit suspect that it was here, because when the fluctuation just let's say decreased and the price went slowly down and maybe sideways, everybody probably was thinking that okay, this is the bottom, and from there a big crash happened. The funny thing was that at this time probably a lot of capitulation happened because people just got bored and they cashed out. Also probably miners had to sell some Bitcoin to cover the expenses, because they just couldn't wait for 2 years until the next bull run returns, until they pay the electricity bill. In the same time, as you can see here, the dominance didn't go down, meaning that the same amount of money went out from altcoins as it was from Bitcoin. People just sold Bitcoin and altcoins, and they just cashed out with however much money they have left, and they just realized their losses, which I am not going to do, and I also don't recommend. You didn't lose money until you didn't sell. One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. I am 100% sure that there will be another cycle, and everything which came down will also go up. Now we are going down, and it is a bit unpleasant, but it is what it is. We can't really do anything about it. What we can do is to manage our risks, manage the damage, and make sure that we don't revenge trade, for example, because that is a very good recipe to lose more money. Just saying, not financial advice. Okay, so what happened after a bigger capitulation event took place? Well, the Bitcoin dominance didn't go down. It went down a bit, but not significantly, meaning that people who bought, they bought Bitcoin. And the dominance in a couple of months started to go up. And with the dominance, the price started to rally as well. That was in 2019, meaning that Bitcoin as an asset was so oversold that even a small percentage or a smaller amount of money flowing into the space pushed the price up from 4,000 to 12,000, and that is 4x. Obviously, from there, a lot of people took profits because 4x is a very hefty profit, and Bitcoin's price started to go down again. Now, the halving was not even near this time. However, the price didn't go back to the 4,000. It stopped here at the 6,400, and that is the theoretical bottom which it should have been for the after the 2017 bull market. Now, obviously, this is a black swan event, which was the pandemic. That's why it had a bigger crash. But I think if you didn't have the pandemic, the price would have been something like this. Okay? We would have just skipped this part. And even though for some people this was a big pain and probably a lot of people lost money here as well, for others this was a gift sent from heaven. And from here the rally started. This wasn't only because of Bitcoin. Obviously the whole stock market, everything was in crash and everything started to recover. A lot of money was printed and just flew into the market, into crypto, into stock markets, into real estate, everything, and everything's price just went parabolic from here. Now what we need to find, or what we need to see, is when Ethereum started to go up. Because as you can see here, Ethereum's true climb started when Bitcoin's dominance started to go down. Ethereum here was already at 1,000, and from the 100 it was already at 10x. However, the true rally was from the 1,000 to the almost 5,000, and that is when Bitcoin's dominance started to go down. Now, as you can see, even though Bitcoin's dominance started to go down, the price was going up. This was because of the hype. This was because it just gained a momentum when the price needed to reach a very oversold point when nobody wanted to buy anymore. And I'm not talking about retail who just went into the market and started to buy some. I'm talking about the big investors. This is when altcoins started to go up as well. Obviously, we saw some very good rallies. This was between January and May 2021. Until Bitcoin's dominance fell so low that the price couldn't hold up. Therefore, there was the crash. The May 10th crash, which just brought it back by 50%. From there, but as you can see on the volume as well, of some bigger investors who wanted to make a 2x, they just bought the dip at the 30 and took some profits here at the 70. However, at this point, everybody knew that we are not going to go to the 100 and 300k because the momentum just wore out in a sense, and the price of Bitcoin was at this range for so long that nobody was believing that we will go any higher. And I know I made some videos about Bitcoin going to 100k. I was truly believing it at that time. However, looking back at the chart, looking back at what happened and how we didn't listen to the volume and to the price action, it was a bit foolish from us. But hey, there is always another bull run where we can apply the lessons learned. Now, what I want to point out here is something very interesting. I don't know if you remember, but Ethereum started to pump way after Bitcoin reached its all-time high. If we just check where was Bitcoin's peak, and that was on the 10th of April, Ethereum's peak, the first one, was on the 4th of May, and that is almost 1 month. In the same time, also some veteran altcoins started to pump. Ethereum Cash just did a 2 or 3x, something which nobody expected, and it was something very, very unusual. And the reason we didn't pay attention to this was because of the saying Ethereum leads the way, meaning that if Ethereum in the last 1 month, when Bitcoin just crashed by 10%, went up and did another 2x, it means that Bitcoin will also do another 2x and will reach the 100k. Now it didn't happen, and after Ethereum reached the 4,300s, Bitcoin crashed. People started to put money in Ethereum, taking out from Bitcoin. Bitcoin crashed, dragging the whole market down. After that, there was another rally, and that happened in the same time. Now, it is very clear for me right now, looking back, that this was a healthy bull run, okay? This one here. What happened afterwards, in this period, for me, it seems a bit artificial. For the simple fact, the big investors didn't announce too many things. Yes, there were some announcements about banks, about metaverse, about gaming. NFT got traction and did a very good rally. And I think that was what kept Bitcoin at that price. Therefore, if I want to learn from something, if I want to have some data which I want to use in the future, that would be this one. And whenever Bitcoin reaches an all-time high and turns back, and then Ethereum pumps very hard, I am sure as hell will take more profits, because for me, Ethereum is not really leading the way. Ethereum mostly following, and maybe it is showing the end. So conclusion, what we are looking for right now? Well, it is pretty simple. We want Bitcoin's price to go down, to do some relief rallies, something like this. It will stop, I don't know, maybe at 14, 15k, maybe it will stay at 20. But what I want to see is that Bitcoin's dominance will go back to at least 50%. I don't think we will ever reach 60%, because whoever buys Bitcoin also wants the big gains, and they will put their money also in metaverse, in gaming, in altcoins. Therefore, what I'm watching here is this Bitcoin dominance. I want Bitcoin's dominance to reach this level while the price is just going down and starts to go flat. That is what I'm looking for. That is what I'm waiting for. And I think that will be the best sign that we are around the bottom, because you just can't know where is the bottom. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked this content. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe. You know the drill. Take care.